Did you know that you can attract high-paying cybersecurity jobs without ever having to apply or submit a single application? Now, how crazy does that sound, especially if you've been submitting hundreds of applications and not hearing anything back? Well, cyber heroes, you are in luck today, because today I am going to walk you through the JAF, my personal job acquisition funnel that I have personally used to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in cybersecurity opportunities and millions of dollars for my clients over the past 5 years. So I want you to sit back and take action, because this video right here is going to be a game changer to how you look at jobs and how especially you can figure out why you haven't landed one. This is a game changer and it can change your life if you implement it. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that. If you implement, the stuff that I do works if you work. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Can I get a witness? In the comments, let me know how many job applications have you submitted and are you hearing back from them? All right, cyber heroes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Boyd Clues, the six-figure tech career coach, and I'm an internationally recognized cybersecurity expert, author, and consultant here to help you transition into a cybersecurity career, because I'm known from helping IT guys double up. You ready for this, guys? Let's grow. One of the things about me, guys, I never teach anything that I have not experienced that's worked for me or my clients. I don't believe in theoretical teaching because it only works in theory. With that being said, this job acquisition funnel is something that I developed indirectly after doing thousands of hours of research to truly understand how I was able to advance my career from having just a high school diploma, low-level tech jobs, to becoming the senior security architect of American Airlines and then consultant to some of the largest companies in the world. And one of the things that I really noticed is every job that I had that paid more than $150,000, I never submitted a single job application. So then that made me think, anytime something recurs more than once, it is repeatable, and success without a repeatable framework is luck. And you know one thing about me, BC, I don't believe in luck. I do not believe in luck. I believe in repeatable frameworks and processes. And that is exactly what I want to show you guys today. A repeatable framework and process that you can use to attract high-paying jobs so that you can put the applications down and focus your time on developing skills, not developing blisters from submitting applications. You ready for this? This is going to be good. Now, I will warn you, it is going to take a significant mental shift to put down the concepts that I am about to share with you, because I'm about to pull out my blackboard. And this is revolutionary and it is proven. And if you think that it doesn't work, then try me, prove me. I want to hear from you in the comments. Let's go. All right, cyber heroes, what I'm about to break down is my job acquisition funnel. And this is where all the magic happens. So first of all, in order for you to understand how this works, there's some context that you truly need to understand about how getting a job works. So I want you to follow me. Number one, you got the job offer. That's what everyone wants, right? And they usually see this as step two. Let me know in the comments if you've heard this. What it typically looks like is, this is what you've heard online. Get this certification and then you'll get a job. Let me know in the comments, is that what you heard? And if so, what certification did they say that this is the way this works? But they are completely missing everything that goes on here. Because what the typical process looks like is get a certification, then apply to a job, apply. And can I just say apply. Then you get rejected. And then maybe you get an interview. So it's actually really a 4-step process is what it really is from a basic job perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't be fooled when people say, oh, you just need a certification, you'll get a job. Bro, they ain't telling you about how to apply, even how to conduct the interview, or how to even make sure that you get the right offer, or how to even show up to the right job to make sure that you're not getting lowballed. Because time is something that you never get back. You never get your time back. So you don't want to be showing up to a job interview for a job that doesn't even meet your minimum budget standards. So This is where the job acquisition funnel comes in. So I want you to follow me. In order for this to make sense to you, you need to understand the principle in how I think and how I teach. I come from the philosophy that you need to manage your career like it is a business, because it is. You are a service provider. All jobs are temporary, and jobs, I don't even look at jobs as jobs. Employers are just clients. You are a service provider, right? And so when people tell me that they got laid off, like, I'm sorry to hear that, but the question is, why did you have one client? What business do you know that thrives with just one client? And don't say the government. I ain't trying to hear that. Reality, right? No one. So why would you put yourself in the position to not be that way, especially being an IT guy? Like, being an IT guy, the principle is 2 is 1 and 1 is none. We're talking about redundancy, but job stacking is a whole nother thing. But I need you to understand that the job offer right here is step 4 of the JAF. So we're going to work our way into it. So the first thing when it comes to the JAF, by the way, just to clarify, this right here is for $100,000 plus jobs. If you're trying to get a job for $30,000, $40,000 a year, click off this video, because this ain't for you. Just continue applying. All right, so step 1 in the JAF is going to be attention. So this is what I mean, y'all. Manage your career like a business. We have to get the attention of prospective hiring managers and recruiters before we can ever get a job. If we want to do this the effortless way without going to submit thousands of applications and spending our life doing it. We get attention. How do we do this? We do this through our skills. And this could be demonstrated in a number of ways. It could be your resume. It could be your LinkedIn. It could be a conversation from a networking event. It could be a friend, a colleague. What I want y'all to understand is people hire people, not robots. This is why I don't recommend my clients apply to jobs. I don't even have any training on how to apply to jobs, because I don't believe in it, because it did not work for me, right? And most of my most successful clients did not apply to jobs. I'm not saying that it doesn't work 100% of the time, but it hasn't been in my favor for anything at $150,000 plus, so it doesn't make sense to do it, right? So we have to get attention. In order for these skills to get attention, keep in mind, we're talking about jobs that are 100K plus, they need to be high value skills. I'm sorry, but like tech support, troubleshooting, break fix, those are not top tier skills. So it's gonna be hard to command a 100K salary with those type of skills. So number 2, this is where the next thing comes in. After you get the attention, you have to get interest. So interest means you've piqued the curiosity of the hiring manager, the recruiter, and they have reached out to you to inquire about your skills. And the reason why is because, first of all, in order for this to work, you need to understand why companies hire. Why do companies hire? And it's as simple as this. They hire because they have a problem. And this is all going to make sense. The company has a problem, which means they need someone to fix it, so they create a job opening. Your skills, if it piques the interest of the recruiter or the hiring manager, they are going to reach out to you based on this. And then when we're talking about interest, we're talking about communication ability. You need to be able to clearly communicate that you are this person that is on your LinkedIn, that is on your resume, that they met at the networking event. Meaning, if something is on your resume, you should be able to speak to how you did what it said on your resume, what tools you used, and how you provided value. And if you're still watching, which I hope you are, by the way, it's a good time. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're getting some value from this, because this right here is going to bless you. This job acquisition funnel is not just about getting a job. It is also a diagnostic framework that I created, because check this out. Ask yourself this: if the recruiter reached out to you based on your skill set, you got their interest, you had a conversation with them, and they did not move you to step 3, which step 3 right here is going to be the consult. Y'all might call it a job interview. I'm a consultant, so everything is a consult. All right? And yeah, I know that's funky spelling. I know how to spell interview, but for the sake of this video, who cares? You get it. All right, so step 3 is the interview. So here is where the diagnostic comes in. So if the recruiter reaches out, hey, Boyd, saw your resume on LinkedIn, and I think that you could potentially be a good fit for this position that we have. When's a good time to have a conversation? So we have a conversation. If after that conversation, they don't move me to step 3, that means that there is a problem with my communication. I hope y'all seeing this, y'all. This is so good. I hope you're seeing this. So let's backtrack even more. If I've put my skills on LinkedIn, I put my resume out there, I've met people at a networking event, and it never turns into a conversation of interest, my skills are lacking. So I have an attention problem. We should be able to identify where we are stuck at each level, right? So if I don't make it to step 2, that means I have a problem with step 1, which is attention. So what does that mean for me? I need to make sure, number 1, the skills that I have presented on my resume actually align with the job opportunities that I want. I meet too many people, especially my clients. I love y'all, but y'all resist. Remember, less resisting, more shifting. They want to shift and become a cybersecurity professional. In their mind, they are there, but on paper, they have not communicated it. They don't have the right skills. They have not translated it. They have not updated accurately. And people are not going to reach out based on what is in your mind. They are going to reach out based on what is in this paper. So you got to get their attention. And then you have to be able to communicate. With that being said, there's people out there that'll tell you just to embellish keywords on your resume and things. Don't do that, because everything is fair game that is on your resume. And when you cannot speak to it, they will not move you to the next phase. And you may want to ask, why is that? Remember, y'all, manage your career like a business. All of this is about business. So let me break this down for you. If a recruiter is reaching out to you specifically, let's make it easy math, right? For a job that's $100K, they are typically going to get a 20% commission for you getting that job. So that is $20,000 on the line for them, a $20,000 check. So if they do not have the confidence based on that little conversation y'all had right here, they are not moving you to the interview for you to blow $20,000. They are not. They are not. This is why all the certifications in the world do not prepare you for this. Getting a job is about business. I need y'all to understand this real quick. So for example, at a job that's $100,000, 100K, right? Let's just say 100K salary. That is going to cost your employer probably let's say 130 a year between taxes, fees, and everything. Businesses exist for one reason, and that is to make profit. So the company has a problem that they are willing to decrease profit by $130,000 annually, and they are looking for the right person to solve it. If your skill set and communication ability does not give them the warm and fuzzies about this, they ain't hiring you. This is about business, y'all. Forget all the technology and certifications. This is about business. So let's say that you did execute this conversation well in the interest. They move you to the consult. This is where people mess up. Oh my gosh. This right here, if you made it this far, is worth its weight in gold right here. So the consult. A good consultant is going to go in, diagnose the problem, and then present a solution. Remember, you should be managing your career like it is a business because you are a consultant, right? You own your services that you provide. So what most people do, they show up to the interview and they talk about themselves and how good they are. How good they are. For example, imagine this. Imagine that you went to the doctor. It's Sunday night, 11 p.m. You have the worst toothache of your life. You go to a dentist that just so happens to be open. And you get there, the side of your face is throbbing and it hurts so bad. And he goes, you know what? I've seen that before, but let me tell you, I graduated at the top of my class in dental school. I've been doing this for about 15 years. There's nobody better than me. I could probably get that done, probably like 30 minutes. And he's just talking and talking and talking, and your face is just like, how would you feel? Seriously, how would you feel? Let me know in the comments. How would you feel? And this is what most people do in an interview. They do what I call turning it into a me show. A me show, meaning, oh, it's about how good I am. When you don't understand why companies hire, you will make that mistake. Remember, I told you right here. Companies are hiring because they have a problem. So they are willing to reduce profitability by $130,000 a year. This must be a big problem for them because company executives, especially owners of companies, they make their money by the profitability of that business. Trust me, I know. I'm the CEO of 2 companies. My money comes from the profitability of the company. So if I don't show up trying to identify the problem in which they're hiring and then present my skills and experience as the solution, I'm not going to get hired. I'm not going to get hired. So the conversation should be truly, why is the company hiring? What challenges are they having? Is this position being created because of growth or because of turnover? How soon are they looking to get this done? How could I immediately add impact? What is the biggest problem that I could solve right now that would just give you the sigh of relief? These are questions that you should really be asking, not focused on me. So that's the thing. All right. So if you execute this correctly, then what you will see is the job offer. If you do not execute this correctly, what you will see is nothing. Maybe you'll hear from the recruiter saying, hey, we're still waiting to hear back from the client. They haven't gotten back to us yet. That is code for no. Let me know if you ever heard that. Yeah, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. So there's a couple questions that you can ask during the interview to make sure that you've executed this correctly. Because the problem is people leave interviews thinking that they did a hell of a job when they really performed a me show and the people are just done talking to them. Don't be that guy. So what happens between here is you hear silence and you're like, man, I did so well in the interview. Why am I not hearing back from these people? It's because we didn't execute the interview well. So think about this. Right now, if you're getting interviews and you're not getting offers, it's because of your skill set and your communication ability. Well, actually, it's not your skill set, it's communication ability. So let me give you this bonus tip real quick, because I've heard this too many times. Boy, people are not hiring me because I don't have a certification. And you know what? If I could cuss on my YouTube channel, I will. I call BS. Pay attention to this. If I've gotten from here, right, skills to interest to the interview, you know what that means? Every person at this point has seen my education and my skills, and they were okay with having a conversation with me. And because they were okay with having a conversation with me, if I would have executed this consult correctly, I could have been hired. But the reality is people are too nice to tell you the truth until you know. Case in point, imagine that you've been in like a grocery store like Walmart, Costco, Kroger, whatever it is, right? And there's like some phone salesman or something at the front of the store, because they usually don't let them inside the store to sell their services. And what you tell them is, hey, I will come see you when I'm finished. But what do? You go out the other side of the door, other side of the building. Let me know in the comments, am I right? Why do you do that? You could have just told them that you weren't interested, but people are naturally nice. And so what they'll do is, oh, it was great interviewing with you. We'll follow up. But in their heart of hearts, they have no intention with moving on with you. And you internalize it because you didn't execute the interview properly. You think that it is the attention problem. when in fact, it is the interview problem. So if you are getting interviews, so let me clarify this. If you are getting interviews based on the job that you want and you're not getting the job, none of this training stuff is going to help you. What I mean by that is you don't need to try to go get another certification. You need to focus on your communication ability and your interview skills. And if you are getting job offers and the offers are not what you want, because it is an offer, everything is negotiable, work location, time off, equipment, etc., it's because your negotiating skills are lacking. In fact, you should actually negotiate compensation, or at least understand the range of compensation before you ever even interview for the job, because time is something that you never get back. If your goal salary and minimum is $100,000 and the people are reaching out to you for a job for $75,000, if you're waiting till the offer letter comes in here to determine and find out that budget, you've wasted so much time, because you should be preparing for the interview. You've wasted all of this time. When you ask the right question up front, you know what the budget is, then you can decline that opportunity and never even put yourself in that position. Have you ever been lowballed? Spend all this time going through an interview and then you get lowballed. Don't do that. Don't do that. So by the way, y'all, if you notice again in this process, not a single job application is required here. And so attention is generated through thought leadership and branding. And I have been able to do this for me and my clients for years using LinkedIn, my LinkedIn authority system, because this becomes one big cycle. When I have built the brand, I attract the attention, because your LinkedIn page, your the networking events, it's like you are the service, you are the billboard, you are bringing attention to your services. And when you create the brand of what it is that you do and who you serve, you will attract the opportunities, and it will be a continued cycle. Because what most people do is they wait till they need a job and then they just start putting in a whole lot of applications. And that's a very passive approach. When you're managing your career like a business, we understand we're always on. So if y'all go to my LinkedIn page, you'll see that I am constantly posting content, thought leadership, because I'm staying top of mind to both of my target audiences, business professionals that are looking for security and compliance services, as well as IT professionals that are looking to grow their career. So I put out content that caters to both of them, and it sends people to my page, and then they inquire about the services. And then I qualify them whether or not I want to work with them, not the other way around. So guys, this is the job acquisition funnel. So what my recommendation is, figure out where you are lacking. Is it attention problem? Is it interest? Is it the consult? Is it actually negotiating the job offer? And this, based on what you find, then develop the strategy to address it. Don't do what other people do, is just say, oh, go get a certification, then get a job. It gives you no insight. No insight to what you need to do. So guys, if you got some value from this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. Have you ever seen anything like this before in your life? I'd love to hear from you. And if you are curious about how to get the JAF implemented for you, what this specifically looks like, then I invite you to apply to work with me at Baxter Cluess Cybersecurity. Now, I'll be honest, I only work with IT professionals right now. So if you have at least a year of IT experience, you've worked on a help desk, service desk, or even administration roles, then let's have a conversation to see if and how we can help you advance your career. Now, space is limited because time is valuable. I can only work with so many people. So go to boydclewis.com/GRC. The link is in the description. Click and apply. Book a call with me and my team, and we'll see if this opportunity is right for you and how we can help you accomplish your goals. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you got a massive amount of value from it. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.